Hello, and in this video of Scratch tutorials I will be teaching you how to use gravity effectively in Scratch. Gravity is very useful. Obviously it can be used in games such as platformers, and we will be focusing purely on Y velocity gravity. Now this, you can see, is all the code that's necessary for it to work, and we're going to be replicating. If I press space, the square jumps up and falls down, and you can notice that when it's at its peak it slows down and then begins to drop rapidly and speeds up. It accelerates as it descends. Okay, let's get started. First we're going to want to draw a backdrop. I'm just going to draw that quickly here. Now let's draw the ground that we want, so I'm just going to draw a box and fill that in. And the color of it is important, don't have it different shades. Now we're going to draw a sprite. That is also easy. Now here's my sprite and there's my backdrop. They don't have to be the same color, but for the purposes of it looking nice, it is. Now we're going to do the when clicked button, make a block, make it called gravity. It doesn't have to be called gravity, but I do love it. I think we make it run without screen refresh. Now this is where it's all going to run nice and smoothly. Okay, so the first thing we're going to put down is the initial thing, the thing that it starts out, and it's going to change the Y by the variable that we're going to create called Y velocity. Now Y velocity is how much the square is going to be moving in the y-axis constantly. If Y velocity is 0, it's not going to be moving up and down. If it's a positive number, it's going to be moving up, and if it's a negative number, it's going to be moving down. So now we want to, I could put a forever loop, but I'm not going to, because it's going to be calling itself at the end, which is effectively a loop. So if it's going to be touching the white, which is the floor, it's going to set Y velocity to 0. Then it is going to say if not touching color white, then change Y velocity by minus 0.9. It can be minus 0.8. The lower the number, the less gravity appears to affect on the object. For these purposes, I'm going to be 0.9 because it actually looks quite nice. So as you may be able to see, it's moving slowly down if I keep clicking, but that's just because it's not in a loop at the moment. We're going to finish it off with if the space key is pressed, or W, or whatever you use to jump, just set Y velocity to a positive number. I'm going to say 20, just because it's a nice large number, and then cap it all off with calling itself again. So now once I run it and I click space. Okay, sorry guys, I made a mistake. You actually want to make gravity run with screen refresh, just because the problem is it will be going through the ground. So now we've got effective gravity. I hope you guys like that tutorial, and if you have any questions, then I'd just ask, and I'll make a whole tutorial just for you guys. Thanks for watching.